Hey guys, I'm Jean Marie.
And I'm Vanity.
And welcome back to Girl, Shut the Fuck Up.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. Thank you guys for being back. We love that.
Gosh, I love this for us.
Y'all, don't forget to press the like button and go subscribe, please. Also, leave a comment. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you want us to talk about.
And let us know if you love the new setup.
Right. Compliment us.
No, bitch, yeah, for sure.
It's like pulling teeth over here. I'm just joking. Okay, what's going on, Maddie? What's on your mind this week,
Speaking
honey?
of pulling teeth, no, I'm just joking.
Girl,
it's too much. It's too much. Every time we come back and we like talk, and I hear you talk, there's no tea, no shade. But I hear you talk, I'm always just like, wow, I really am the. What's the like? You're like excitable, and I'm like depression. Like I'm so dark.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I'm so demented. Like it's something's wrong with me. I'm so dark.
Wow,
It's because you know what it is. I said this before, but I think too much. I want my brain to stop. Every time something happens, because I'm just like you. When I'm thinking about or sometimes I'm not even thinking about like the show, right? And I'm like just like living life, and like somebody will say something, and I'm like, and I'll like debate it, and like in my head, I'm like, bitch, let me just like write it down. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's very much, all the things that I talk about are very much a reflection of what really happens in my life. And I feel like that's the point, right?
Yeah.
So
I love experience. I feel like any experience is a good experience unless it's not a good experience.
Bars. It was very like realize. No, but for real though, like it's like real things, and like it's for me, it must sound like, when will this bitch have a good day? It's like, when will this bitch finally learn to love herself?
This bitch is sad,
dude. It's because I'm starting to notice the things. Maybe this is part of getting older, but like I've spoken about before, you know, I'm a Capricorn, and I'm just like way too much. I'm way too what's the word? I'm way too like. I treat everybody like a project almost, if that makes sense, which is really disgusting.
It is. Okay, but like, so I feel like, I don't know, I like having deep conversations with people. Like, I love sitting in a room and like going and just like hearing out what everyone has to say, and that's like my favorite thing. Yeah. And if it gets political, even better, because I love to pick people. Like, I love to like pick and poke at them. Yeah. And like, if they start telling me if they like this or like that, like I'll purposely go against it just to
hear what they're gonna say. No, I love
just to like get the rise out of them. But I think at the end of the day, I'm doing it more out of entertainment, not like, you know, I believe in whatever we're talking about. Because sometimes we could be talking about, God knows, like Trump or something like that. And I'm not really that. Like, I'm not a huge I'll just poke at it. But I see things more like just like a kind of like a surface level. I need to
learn how to. I can't be surface level. I wish for the life of me. Well, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I've noticed that there's this thing that I do, and I want your opinion. I want you to tell me if you think this is healthy.
Go ahead.
I like to, these days, I like to categorize my friends. Does that make sense to you?
How so?
Like
bad bitches and sad bitches?
In a way. Like that's like the right point. Like for like, I mean, I don't know. I will go to one, like if I know I can't go to them for like I can go to certain friends. I only go to them for certain things. Like if I need like emotional like stability, I'm probably not gonna go to like this friend or like that friend. You know what I mean? And I
think that is
that normal?
No.
Well, what now?
No, I only say that because I feel like I don't really categorize my friends like that. Like if I could talk to one friend about that thing, I'm gonna call my other friend and be like, girl, guess what happened today? And we're gonna go through the whole story all over again, and I want to get her opinion about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the thing though. That's what I'm saying. I am not capable of that. You're not, babes.
Babes, I'm sorry. It's getting me.
Oh, what is? The devil. No, I do, and I feel like it's a little toxic, to be honest, because I was like going through something, you know, and I went to a friend, and bless her heart, like, you know, kind of like I was saying in one of our episodes, this like she has a very scarred perception, and I just felt like she just was not able to like give me maybe also I don't if it's not what I want to hear, maybe I just like choose to reject it. But also, I don't really think that was the case in this point. But like, she gave me some advice, and I was kind of just like, oh, okay, like, you know what I mean? And then immediately, like, after like that, I like made up my mind. I was like, okay, so she is not emotional support friend. And I swear to God, I was just kind of like, yep, that's it. So now every time I see her, I'm just like, hey, girl, like, how are your kids?
Really?
Like, just dumb shit like that. Yeah, which is kind of nasty. I feel like
a little bit.
I feel like it's kind of like I'm writing off people.
Yeah, well, yeah, but also it's because like I'm in a situation right now. Actually, it's kind of weird that you brought up friends. I'm in a situation right now where like a really, really, and I'm talking like almost 2 decades worth of like friendships, like the years that we've put in. I just feel like we're not
like connecting anymore.
Like we're just not friendly to each other like that. We don't look for each other anymore. When we see each other out, it's more like, I don't know. I feel like because he's on he's kind of doing his thing and he's like doing, whatever he does. And like, I'm doing my thing. Cause like when I'll talk to him about the podcast and I'll be like, oh yeah, we filmed, bitch. He will literally just be like, yeah, so anyways, you know what I mean? And it just feels like he doesn't appreciate what I have going on in my life. And all he wants to talk about is like what he has going on in his life.
That's that shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why it kind of makes me sad because again, like he's one of the longest like friends I have.
Yeah.
And it just makes me sad because I'm like, dude, we've been through so much together. Like I genuinely have a lot of love for you, but it makes me sad to feel like I don't fucking like you. I don't like the person you're becoming. And I see him with other friends of mine. And I'm like, dude, the only reason why you hang out with him is because he gives you X, Y, and Z for free. Or he does this and that for free for you.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the only reason why you come over to our friend's house is because you want them to smoke you out. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It feels very like he's become... Like a user. I've always known... But see, this is the thing. I've always known that he, like, uses people, essentially... more so in men for like money and stuff. Like I've always known that about him.
Yeah.
I guess I just didn't realize that he was doing it to like us as friends. Cause there are moments where I've like, bitch, I've taken him out of town. You know what I'm saying? I bought him like plane tickets. I've taken him
like
to
that.
concerts and stuff. But me doing it because he's my friend and I love him and I want to share that experience with him. But me not realizing that he's literally just kind of like, getting a free trip, going to a free concert. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's so crazy that you say that because this is, I think, my previous experiences with friendships, especially friendships that are close, because honestly, I dealt with the same thing too. I had like a friend, we were so fucking close. Honestly, bitch, since like 4th grade. Like, we were so close. And I think I became a little codependent, but that's not the topic.
Yeah.
But we were so close that I think because of like what we went through, like as friends, because I'm the type of bitch like I need to learn a lot of things. Like I need to learn to stop expecting me out of other people, but I also need to learn that like actually that's all I need to learn is that not to expect me out of other people. Yeah. And I think that was my downfall with that friendship, and because of that, because I was expected to like be held down regardless. You know what I mean? And I think as people, bitch, we're meant to have these up and downs. Right. So. I brought that up because the whole point of that was that I think because of that friendship, because it was so special to me and I was so like invested in it like 100%. I think because of that, now I like approach really relationships in general with the like I guess the hurt from that. You know what I mean? And now I'm starting to notice that like my pain is giving me pain. Like I'm starting to like write people off and. Like, I mean, one, that's kind of, like, gross. It's not fair to, like, your friend. Maybe the bitch just didn't know how to give me the right advice. You know what I mean? And two, I mean, kind of like I had mentioned before, like, I think that's, like, the recipe for a lonely life.
Yeah, because then no one's ever going to be good enough because you'll always find, like, flaws in everyone.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And then also, too, I mean, then you probably become, like, such a boring-ass bitch to be around either way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think that maybe instead of writing them off and being like, this person's not good for this, maybe try and find, like, maybe just, like, not go to them for that particular advice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe try and find like a different form of connection with that friend. You know? Because you obviously were friends with that person for a reason. You do have, you know, like a bond with them, and maybe you guys have just outgrown that specific like topic or subject or like
I guess
situation of that friendship. You know?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, I feel like this could be a phase that me and my friend are going through, because we have gone through phases before where we've stopped talking to each other. But then I think to myself, like, why do I want a friend like that? Like, why do I want a friend to just like not give a fuck about me, then give a fuck about me whenever they feel like it? And why would I like want to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just would rather not like deal with it anymore.
Yeah. I also hate how hard it is to like face those type of things with a friend. I feel like if it was like, honestly, I think if it was like,
it's kind of difficult.
It's way harder than anything else.
The only reason why I'm even mentioning it now.
You whispering?
It's because he's listening. No, I'm just joking. The only reason why I'm honestly mentioning it right now is because I'm almost 98% sure
that he
won't watch.
I swear, is it who I think it is?
It probably is. It probably is.
I want to throw up a letter so bad, but I can't.
No. But like, I'm pretty sure he won't watch this, so like, he's never gonna find out. And when he does find out, it'll be like a year from now.
Is there a time where is there an occasion where it's like you saw the difference? Like, oh, or is there like you saw that switch, right?
Yeah, for sure.
You've known him for so long. Like, is there a time where it's like, wait, bitch, you were like this. You weren't like this before, or is there a time in your life that you're like, okay, for example, transition? Is that just like, oh well, she's acting different?
I think for me, when he broke up with his boyfriend and he started working on like that revenge body and like that like this lifestyle of him like eating at these like great restaurants and having this like life, like, and I don't want to blame it on that because he's always been that type. Like, he's always liked fine dining and stuff like that. But I think it was more really like when he started to really take his revenge body serious. I think that's when things kind of changed. And I don't want to blame him for working on himself. Like, that's good. But it's like why don't we hang out? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always the one looking for you. Like, oh, hi. Like, hey, how have you been? Or whatever. And he just doesn't reciprocate that energy anymore.
So he doesn't check up on you?
No, not at all. And like, when we see each other out at the bar, like, bitch, he'll walk up and be like, oh, hey.
And you just like, hey.
And I'm like, hey, girl. And we're the ones who are like friends, and because of us being friends, that's why we're friends with everyone that we're around. You know what I mean? Like that, it just blows my mind. I'm like, girl, that's crazy to me. We made these friends together, and now we don't even talk, but you talk to everyone else. It blows my mind.
Same. And for me, it feels like it makes me just like, again, categorize people. Bitch, you're a weak ass bitch for that shit. I hate for somebody to switch up and not just be a real ass bitch about it. Like, bitch, if you don't want to fuck with me, don't fuck with me. Don't like try and tell me off this whole time. I hate shit.
You know what I think it was? I'm so sorry for cutting you off.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
You know what I think it was? Also, so he works now at my old job. Like, so now he does what I used to do at my old job. And I think they used to always compare him. When I left, they used to always compare him and be like, you're the boy version of Gia. You're the boy version of Gia. So I think because people started telling him that, it like got to his head. And maybe I feel like that's the reason why he stopped wanting to hang out with me or like being around me or being involved with me, because he probably didn't like that people were comparing him to me. In a sense of like attitude and personality. But prior to you even getting that job, we used to always tell each other, like, we used to always be like, girl, we're just alike. Like, me and you are so alike. We say the same things. We, laugh at the same things.
And it was never an issue.
Yeah, it was never an issue before that. You know what I mean? But you broke up with your boyfriend, you get this new job, they start comparing you to me, and now it's like you don't want to be around me. Well, so it It just feels
like
so
phony,
fake as hell.
Yeah.
Like it just feels so fake. Hey, can we get quiet on the set? I'm just joking.
Well, I guess just before we get off of this topic.
Sorry about that. I totally went on a tangent right there.
No, you're totally fine. This is an open space.
Okay,
babe.
you're right.
Have
You're
it.
right.
No, I guess it makes me want to ask and play the devil's advocate. Have you considered that maybe the way you feel how you guys are just not connecting anymore? Has it crossed your mind that maybe that's where he's at with y'all friendship too? Maybe he feels like you're just not feeding him anymore, and because he's on, I guess, this new kick of newness, I guess is what we can call it, that he feels like, you probably are a reminder of his past energy, and maybe it's triggering for him. Have you considered that?
No, I actually didn't think about that. Because that makes me feel like I'm the problem.
Well, no, I mean, it still doesn't justify the whole thing. I'm just saying
And I don't want to be ugly and be like, I'm not the problem. I possibly could, but that's a good point that you brought up. I didn't think that I could be triggering because, again, we've been friends for forever. So maybe he is a little I don't want that. You know what I'm saying?
Which is fine, but I think especially maybe, I don't know, for me, I feel like a friendship that long of 10 years, to me, I feel like you kind of, I would feel like I would owe you an explanation. I would feel it's weird to just immediately ghost people. But if it's the person that I'm thinking of, that person is a sign that I've always associated with ghosts.
Yeah.
So watch season 1.
Maybe he put you on. He categorized you that
Damn.
with her friends. Maybe Gia doesn't give me this. Maybe I don't get the same thing from Gia.
So I'm the problem now.
No. Yeah.
Maybe I categorize you as maybe an example. Maybe it's just I can only go out with her. That's it. Outside of anything else. That's all I want to do with her.
Yeah.
She's a good going out friend.
Damn, that would suck.
Which is, I mean,
it does suck, but I guess just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Don't leave me on red or leave me on delivered for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? And just you know what I mean? You can at least just be I don't know. That would suck, but I do get what you're saying. I would just be really, I feel like that would definitely hurt my feelings.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because we've been friends for so long.
Yeah.
So.
And what would you say as far as categorize? You said, I only call this person for this thing.
Yeah.
Is there a friend, or is there why is there, what changed?
What do you mean what changed?
Why did you categorize them?
Well, I think it's honestly something I probably have always done, but I also think I don't know. I mean, I could just be delusional, but I just feel to me, this is gonna sound crazy, but
say it.
I am everything you would want in a friend, and that's just the tea. So for me, it's so crazy for you to see the type of person that I am for you, and for you to one, all of a sudden switch up, and then 2 to become the complete, I don't know, I just find it weird how you could just treat somebody such a different way, considering the way you've been treated by them. And maybe that's my fault for thinking so traditionally that people should treat people the way, you should treat people the way you want to be treated. But clearly that's not a fucking reality. And I think because of that, it's the reason why I'm okay, well, bitch, for me, this is an example, but if the bitch who did that to me moved her pinky a funny way, not every bitch that moved her pinky like that, I'm gonna be oh, bitch, so you're that kind of girl. You know what I mean? I'm so I start watching you a different way, and then now I know I can't trust you with some type of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I also don't think it's that healthy either. I think it's clearly a lot of my insecurities coming through.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of letting them win, which these days, bitch, they've been knocking me out. They've been whooping my ass. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I thought when I had that situation with my friend recently, when I went to her and she didn't really give me the advice that I wanted to hear, or not that I wanted to hear, she gave me advice that I was kind of what? This is the type of shit you tell bitches you don't give a fuck about. It made me okay, cute. So then obviously you're not the kind of girl that I could cry on. So I'm just gonna put you over here. I'll see you when I see you, and that's that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it's fair, maybe it's not fair, but bitch, too bad you're on that list now.
Jeez. Well,
you are cut off.
I don't know. I think when it comes to friends, protecting your peace is always good, but they're your friends for a reason. So just I would be as open and honest with them as possible. And if you can't be open and honest with them, then why are you friends with them?
Boom, she just read me down. All right, next.
What's a cutoff?
Well,
Fighting for me. Physical altercation.
Yeah, same.
That's like, we can't be friends after that.
Also, I don't like bitches. This hasn't really happened to me, but I just know bitches are funny. I don't like to. For me, I don't like to open up to somebody and then they switch up to me because now I feel like you played with me. But two, I don't like for you to use the things that I have, like, you know, confided in you as ammo. I think that is so disgusting.
A good one.
I think
snaps to that.
Period. No, I don't like that type of shit because to me, that categorize you. It makes me think, bitch, since day one you've been an op.
But see,
day
I
one
had a
you've been listening to
situation.
shit.
Okay, let me give you a situation really quick, just really quick. I'm fighting with, let's say, I'm fighting, Barbacoa has a friend, and I'm fighting with Barbacoa's friend, right? But I'm really close to Barbacoa. We talk all the time. So then we all go to the club. I start fighting with Barbacoa's friend, and then Barbacoa, you end up like throwing the drink at the friend, not me. So then she starts telling you shit, and she says, well, you've been talking about Gia. I mean, Gia, you fucking called me last week, and like Gia told me that you were, you know, fucking talking shit to her or whatever.
Yeah.
Barbacoa, like, should I be upset at Barbacoa for using what I told her about you? And you know what I mean? Like, we're friends. I want to say names.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Well, yeah, because to me it's like, just don't be that girl. Just be a real ass bitch. Like if you have an issue with me throwing that, make it about that. Don't make it about about anything else. Because we ain't even talking about that.
So I won't say names, but I'll tell you the situation. So I have a friend, and I have two friends. I have a really close friend and another close friend. I was arguing with friend A's friend. My friend B, threw a drink at the one I was arguing with. So when I did that, friend A started fighting with friend B, and friend A basically was like, you haven't even been talking to Gia. Like, she told me that you guys haven't even been talking for 2 weeks and yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, that did set me off a little bit in the club. And I was like, bitch, why the fuck would you go and tell her that shit? Like, I told you that, like, on a, you know, on confidence type shit, you know? Like, why would you go and tell her the fuck that I was, like, telling you this shit? You know what I mean?
That shit's weird. It makes me feel like it makes me feel like you're an op.
I mean, yeah, but then also it's like, now you know, like, what not to tell certain people.
And I think also, too, like, I mean, sometimes you can't really blame people for being, like, in the heat of the moment. I know sometimes when I'm really angry, I mean, I'm not that kind of bitch. I don't ever gotta do that. I'd rather fight you than tell you what another bitch said. But
you would fight a friend?
No, but what I'm saying is, like, I would rather, like, put my hand on the person than just be like, well, bitch, this was, like, I wouldn't do that. Bitch, that's whack. But, like, I know sometimes when I've been angry, like, I know I've probably said some, like, out-of-pocket shit, like, you know, just like little things, like to like really make them mad. But I've never used what they said as ammo. Like I'll probably be like, bitch, your pussy's black. Like, like you can't be mad about that if it's true. No, but like things like that. Like I know when I'm angry. I'm bringing that up because I know when I'm angry, sometimes I'm like crazy at the mouth. So maybe like that person was also crazy at the mouth. Maybe it was in the spur of the moment.
I don't know. I think that I'm just like a different type of friend. Like I feel like I don't swing below the belt.
Yeah, I would never.
When it comes to friends and stuff like that. Now, if I have an issue and I'm like, bitch, I don't like the way you like did this or did that. Like I'll tell you about it. I'll be open about it and I'll tell you. But for me to like be like, bitch, that's why your mom's a fucking crackhead. Like I wouldn't do that.
And you sit with your cigarette.
You know what I'm saying? Like I wouldn't do things like that because, you know, I don't want you to talk to me like that. And we're friends, so I wouldn't hit below the belt.
You know who's really nasty about that?
Nah, I probably would say things like, bitch, fuck you fucking dumbass bitch. Like,
or like
things like that.
Bitch. Yeah,
but I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's why you're fucking fat and your husband cheats on you. Like, things like that are crazy.
See, that's what I mean.
I should have said that to the camera.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't say things like that.
You know who's really nasty about shit like that?
Who?
Cis girls who have kids and their friends. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they're very, like, yeah, girl, but, like, she doesn't even take care of her kid. Like, they're very nasty about shit like that. And to me, God knew not to give me a pussy. Because let me have been that girl that I find out. That's different for me. Like, that's on a completely different level. But anyways, that's
yeah, but some of these mamas need to start taking care of their kids.
Okay. Bitch, and let me borrow some food stamps. I don't know, girl. Maybe I'm the devil for categorizing.
It is what it is. We're all growing people. We're going to get better as we get older. I've experienced friendships a little bit more than you, so. And that's not to say that I'm better. I'm just saying that I see
I know.
it different a little bit because I have,
Yeah.
experience,
Yeah.
I remember when I was younger, I had a whole group of friends talk shit about me before and after I left the house. Or, like, I would go over to the house, they would talk shit about me before I got there, and then talk shit about me when I left. So when I found that out, because there was an op in the room who ended up telling me all the tea. So she told me that, yeah, they talk shit about you. And I was like, oh, yeah? And what did you say about it? And she kind of was like, ooh. I was like, right. And then that weekend at a quinceañera, they were all sitting at the same table. This was God, swear to God. God was giving me this opportunity. They were all sitting at the same table. I walked up to the table and I was like, girl, fuck you, bitch, fuck you too. And I was just going off on all of them, bitch. And I stopped talking to every single one of those kids. Literally every single one of them.
Yeah, I remember.
And the girl's boyfriend tried to beat me up on the fucking dance floor. He like tried to charge me. And then they like saw that he was trying to fight me. And of course I went into like damsel of distress. And I was like, y'all, someone help, he's trying to hit me. And they like threw him out the quinceañera. Dude, they like threw him out the quinceañera, and I was like, that's what I thought. Like, I'm that.
Do you
bitch.
think that girl's quince video has
Dude, probably. The quince video definitely probably does have us in there. Dude, and you know I'm so pussy, but he was scary, bitch. He had long hair, and like when he was walking through, his hair was like moving like a lion's mane.
Bitch.
It was so scary.
I was watching that. Like that was
Dude, tell me I was dancing with one of my friends, and like, let's say he's coming this way, I'm dancing, I literally just turned her and used her as a human shield. I was so scared. But fuck them. And if you're out there, fuck you. I don't give a fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh well.
Bitch, if you guys ever had this bitch at your quince, please let me watch the video. Dude, that kills me.
I know, I still know, and I still talk to the girl whose quince it is. I'll
Dude,
probably
you have
ask
to
her
get
mom.
the video.
Yeah, I'll ask her if she has the video.
That would fucking kill me.
That would be hilarious.
Well, I'm sorry. I went on a tangent about friends. I guess I'm just trying to get my life together. All right, y'all. I'm back with another Astro Fact. This one was another submission, and it's a Taurus woman and a Cancer man compatibility. So, really quickly, I want to say I do know this situation personally, and baby, let it go. It's not for you. Walk out. The doors has been open. However, let me read you guys both down. Taurus women, stubborn. That's all I got for you. You're stubborn. I don't know how else to take it. You don't know how to take no for an answer. You also fail to realize what happens to you happened to you. And I think it's just because, like I said, with earth signs, they're just really reserved people. They just are so jaded about their own mind. A Cancer men, in general, like I said, are ruled by the moon, so they're going to be natural, emotional people, and I mean every emotion on the spectrum, not just crybabies. I will say, however, for a Cancer man, like I mentioned before, just across the board in every episode, Cancers are gaslighters. They tend to be people who don't let other people process their emotions the way they want to process them. And because of that, and he's a man, I guarantee you, babe, he's probably abusive. So whether that's physical, emotional, mentally, let him go. The compatibility here is 0. There's nothing for you there. I think it's time that you stop accepting what's happening to you, open your eyes, and let other people tell you that it is what it is. And you're already thinking it yourself. That's what gets me.
Alrighty, guys, now it's time for us to play our little game of Is It Giving TS or CD? Again, you guys know this is a lighthearted game we like to play, so don't get all sad. If you're giving T or CD today, you could be giving TS tomorrow. You never know.
Right.
But so lighthearted game. We're gonna show each other some pictures, and we're gonna put them up on the screen so you guys can see them as well. And you let us know in the comments, is it giving TS or CD? Okay. Van, are you ready?
I sure am.
Okay, is this giving you TS or CD?
Okay.
I'll show the cams so you guys can see.
This is for sure TS.
For sure?
For sure TS. Do you have another one?
I don't.
No, I was just wondering. Yeah, this is
TS?
This is giving me TS.
That's a compliment because I actually know this girl and she's not.
She's not trans at all?
This is a CD.
Oh my God, she has the face for it.
But it does. I was gonna say, she definitely does have a TS vibe.
Like if her name's like Imani Dupree or something.
I love that Imani Dupree.
That's for sure TS. And normally the red lipstick would have gave me CD, but
it would have, right?
Wow, so she is a CD with the red lipstick.
Our theory is literally so right.
Oh my God, the aliens are real.
And with that being said,
we are finally at the end.
Yeah, here we are. Thank you guys so much for walking.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Dude, I sound like Shoddy Babe. Anyways, I'm just joking.
I know, why does everybody...
I hate
I'm
Shoddy
over
Babe.
it.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Girls Shut the Fuck Up. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Girl, shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.